You find a surprising number of people camped out at the Godstone. They've been here quite a while, ever since the sun stopped. Apparently, they think Radurmyr, the sun god, has come back, and they're worshipping him despite the bleak environment. The sun god has come back? How does that make sense? Wouldn't he let the sun go around the sky? I mean, alright, maybe he's not a good god. They welcome the caravan, mingling and swapping stories with the others while you rest. They've almost nothing of value to trade, but the leader approaches and offers to let you join in the tribute. I don't know. Do we? I don't know. Maybe they need the rest? Let's do it. Bravely, you give the offer a chance. When you apply the oil, your skin starts to burn like a hot brand, but you bear it. It doesn't reveal any secrets of the universe, but the worshippers are impressed by your courage and gift you more oil to take. Okay, well, it wasn't a party around a campfire exactly. Nobody can really agree on what Radurmyr looked like. As fond as he was of his own isolation, he never directly contacted humanity. Most think he was a serpent that lived in the sun, and it's not uncommon to hear speak of seeing the tail of a great creature slipping through the thin clouds on a sunny day. Radurmyr was always one of the lucky gods, the kind who people thanked for good weather, healthy livestock, and a good harvest. Despite all that, the biggest mystery has always been how his godstone came to be found at the bottom of a dried out lake. After some rest, you continue on. The sun god worshippers are keen to stay, so you pack your things and return to the road. Hi guys! Welcome back to the Banner Saga. Or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Vivi. So a godstone out in this icy wasteland. And what's going on up in the sky there with the birds? Several people have noticed black vultures circling above the caravan, taking advantage of the light snowfall. So they are vultures? They pose no threat, but they have a visible impact on the mood of your clansmen. The next time you look back, Oddleif is firing arrows into the air, which nearly tag the birds once or twice. Get lost! No dead down here! She shouts to nobody in particular. Well, I'm not gonna stop her. Let her do that if it helps. After a couple more shots, she manages to tag one of the vultures, which falls out of the sky. She recovers it, laughing to herself, and comes to show you the black feathers. You know, says Oddleif, scanning the caravan, a lot of these women, they could do this. You can tell from the look in her eyes, she's excited about the idea. I think I'm gonna start training them how to fight, she says. Yeah, why not? Because we definitely could use more archers. Or any fighters, actually. We can always use more fighters, you tell Oddleif. If Alette is any proof, you know how to train someone with a bow. Oddleif gives you a smile. She heads off to some of the women in the caravan, showing them the vulture she shot down. Okay, cool. So we got an archer trainer, and the morale is still declining. That's not cool. Well, this is cool. Very cool. A scout returns with a nearly frozen child. I almost stepped on her in the snow. Looks like she must have been running from something, he says. Patches of blue mottle her pale skin, but her chest rises and falls ever so slightly. Even just carrying her along could kill her in a state like this as a woman. We could be in danger here, points out another. Actually, maybe we should look for other survivors as well. Can we do both? Stop and look for other survivors. Or stop the caravan. Isn't that the same thing? Can't we do both? I mean, she wasn't alone out here, right? How old is she? Maybe we should stop and look for other survivors as well. We can tend to the girl too, right? 1 hour, you shout. Look for any other survivors. Healers, do what you can. A fire flares to life as you follow the scout's lead. Your search is fruitless, and you return to a fully settled camp. The healers still fuss with the girl's blanket, but it looks hopeful that she'll pull through. The next day you set out again. So, we did both. Good. We should rest in camp to recover morale. Alright, let's do that. It's become poor, and that's not good. That's not a way to start the day, or the third day, or whatever. Let's rest up. So, how's our morale now? Hang on. Normal. Do we want to rest another day? Alright. Now, it's still normal? Okay, one more day then. There. He is smiling. Okay. The caravan consists of more clansmen than you ever expected. Accusations of stolen chickens, missing heirlooms, and concerns over daughters' virtues are the sort of things you hear relentlessly. Even fighters complain of spreading too thin to protect everyone. I guess we should try and find out how to deal with this and, well, try to resolve some of these issues and at least talk about them. Form a council to handle these problems. Do we really need that? Are we that many? It sounds a bit too... I'm gonna try and address the major issues and see what happens. Animals are now split evenly amongst the caravan, you say, and everyone will maintain closer quarters to minimize the efforts of our fighters. Most everyone had trouble adjusting to the edicts, but overall the issues become less petty. Oh, so we didn't really do much other than maybe helping the fighters? Okay, here's Wormtoe coming up. Cool.
Wormtoe was never the kind of place someone would build a town. Fittingly, the Varl living here aren't known for welcoming visitors with open arms.
The Varl find you before you see them. Not surprising with this many people behind you. With weapons drawn, they demand to know why you're here, but back down when Iver tells them he's come to see someone named Krumir. Well, I'll be damned. Krumir, it's been a long time. Yeah, it has. So what brings Ingvar to Wormtoe with his very own village of humans? Bad news. The dredge are coming down from the north. We barely made it this far. That is dire news. Come on, we've food. We'll discuss more in the mead house. As you follow the old Varl into their meager town, you catch him quietly saying, if it were anyone else. Oh. Well, good thing it wasn't. I talked with the warriors here. I'll be honest with you. Half want to go north and find out what happened at Bloodspalke. Some think we should go to Grufheim instead. None of them are happy you're here. What do you think? If I had my way, I'd stay here and let the dredge come. But you've made this a problem, didn't you? We can't feed this many people for long, even if they don't eat much. This is a wild town. Most of us take care of ourselves. You've got women, children. We could pitch in, make this place livable. It doesn't work like that. These Varl are here to get away from civilization, not make one. It's Krymir's call. It won't be long before Dredge are here too. No, it won't. If there's one thing we should do, it's tell Jorindir what's going on. Who's Jorindir? Varl King. Well, as close to one as we have. Ingvar, where'd you find these people? Stay here and rest. But once yours are ready to go, we do. I'm going to see off those who want to head north. But I'll join you to Grofheim. More travel? No, we've already come so far. Stop pouting, girlie. Even if Jorundir won't listen to a tired old Varl like me, I have a feeling they'll pay attention to your friend Ingvar here. They'll listen to Ivar? Huh, he hasn't told you? Of course he hasn't. Do what you need to, but don't be long. Oh, so his name is, Ivar's name is really Ingvar? Interesting. I guess we go speak with this guy, this grumpy old guy. Yeah. Maybe I should have gone to the market as well. Oh, never mind. Krumir, can you spare a moment? Mostly no, but I'll try. I never had a moment to thank you for your hospitality. Consider it done then. So, how did you get all these Varl to follow you? Respect, young one. After the Second Great War, wasn't much for me left to do, so I started training other Varl to fight. Got tired of that, made a place in Wormtoe. They still come calling, even with no wars to speak of. Seems like that might be changing though, don't it? So who's Ingvar? Huh, I'm not surprised he never told you. I'm just surprised he can stand being around anyone at all. Your friend was one of us long ago. I mean the dredge-bashing type. He was called Ingvar then. And if you want to know why he changed his name, best ask him yourself. I'm too old to peddle in gossip. Yeah, I bet you have some incredible stories. I might. Or I could be the most boring Varl you ever met. Depends on how much you like killing dredge. Ask me again someday. Might tell you about the time we filled the dead yolks with whale teeth. What? And why? Oh, I would love to know. So, any wisdom on fighting this dredge? I mean, surely you must have some tricks up your sleeve. Depends how much you know. They're all armor. Tap 'em hard enough though, and it'll shatter. Line up a whole row of slag, and they'll explode on each other all the way down. You get in a big brawl, half your time is spent setting them up for it. And if you see one bang his axe like a tuning fork, try to kill him quick. Sometimes the slag he's calling won't even show up. Yeah, thanks. He's giving us real advice on the battles. And so the last thing there was what I was wondering, and it seems I was right. Okay, I best leave you to your business. I suppose you should. Take care, friend of Ingvar. I really enjoy the fact that so many of them have these really old Norwegian names that, well, most of us would probably not use on our babies today, but my parents' generation had all these names, and some of my generation, I know people who had names like Ingvar and Iver, and I enjoy it because these are old names that we don't hear that often anymore. I think people are turning more to modern or also English names, English sounding or English influenced names. Okay, let's move on. Grofheim's quite a few days out, says Krumir, but nothing worse than crossing the wastes, I imagine. If there's anywhere you might be safe from dredge, it's there. You steel yourself for another long march, and half the town of Wormtow joins you. Oh, 62 Varl. Nice. So that should help, right? It's normal for now. He looks frozen though. As you're nodding off to sleep, shouts of fire pull you back to attention. Flames quickly consume a supply wagon and a few tents. A woman cries out, "My boy!" and points to a burning tent closest to the outlying Varl. Two of the giants are motionless, staring at the spreading fire with terror in their eyes. Oh yeah, they're scared of fire. So let's not have them do that. I'm gonna go in after the boy myself because I know what's going on. I don't have to give an order, I can just do it. Wrapping your cloak around you, the smoke, flames and tent become a blur as you grab the boy and slice through the back canvas with your hunting knife. You meet the ashamed look of the older Varl while the crowd cheers on your heroic act. Unfortunately, the supply wagon did not make it. What in the depths was that about, you mutter to yourself. Something about the fire, Oddlife tells you. I've heard of this before. They don't like it. Doesn't change what happened, you think to yourself. Yeah, well, we learned they don't like fire. But that scared? Are other people weren't that afraid? Until our fire girl set the whole forest ablaze. A group of men with broad shoulders and thick cloaks approach the caravan. They might be outlaws you hear nearby, and the idea quickly ripples through the clansmen. One of the strangers approaches saying, "We've run out of food. Any help would be welcome." His hard eyes reveal nothing of his motivations. Yeah, right. They don't have to beg for food, so I mean, I'm not gonna ask him to crawl or cry. But hard eyes? Why? Well, how about you fight with us and earn your food? That would be good for everyone, right? The men look surprised by your offer. In short order, they join the caravan and start sharing tales and drinks. Unfortunately, it is less than a day later that you discover they've vanished along with a sizable portion of your supplies. Oh no. Bad idea to trust everyone. Look, you need to learn this. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. We only have supplies for 2 days. 2 more days. You haven't seen Aletta for much of the day. When you do find her, she's returning to camp alone from a fair distance away, looking rather sullen. She keeps her eyes on the ground as you approach. I'm her father. I need to ask what's going on. I feel like things are changing so quickly, she eventually confides. It's not just that. Everything is going so wrong. I've been talking to Ekil a lot. This gets your attention. What's he been telling you? He told me how he and Onef are kin. Ekil had a sister who married Onef, but she died a long time ago. They've been bound since, but then Onef left without him. Just left him behind without a word. That's why he came after us. Okay, that doesn't... I don't trust that guy. Maybe I should go ask Onef? Let's do that before we judge anyone. Eventually you find Onef back at camp and relate the story. Is that what Ekil told you? Replies Onef. Then he sighs. It's true about his sister. She died of a fever when we were just married. Surprised he opened up like that. So I left him in Frost Village, he continues. He'd be fine one day, ready to kill his own men the next. Sometimes he would. I'd make the same decision tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, Aletta is my daughter, but also she's a grown woman. If I ask her to fight, she's a grown woman. And all I think a parent can do is to give advice and listen. If you force them to not see someone, you know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be the opposites. It just is. And I don't think it's a good idea to ask Onef to keep Aletta away from Ekil. I think maybe we should have a chat with Ekil. You march directly over to where Ekil has been forced to stay, far away from the rest of the caravan. He turns as you approach. I'll try to be nice. What did I tell you, Ekil? Didn't I say even one wrong look? Who's giving wrong looks? Your girl came to me. Nice of her, I thought, seeing as how she's the only one who gives a damn about the people around here. What in the depths is that supposed to mean? Look at you, running around, saving everyone's hide, making decisions. Good for you. What kind of life is this? Miserable. Are you making it worth living? I see Aletta helping the women, cooking food, taking care of the old, playing with the children, talking to outcasts. Did you know she sews up the wounded every time you get them bloodied in a fight? Remember when I said you were a leader? Yeah, they join you, but they follow because of Aletta. Well, I'm not gonna kill him for this. I mean, I'm just gonna tell him to stay out of our business, and then Aletta can do what Aletta wants, I think. So, well, or maybe I should tell him I know my daughter, whatever that means. Let's try. Oh, I get it. You think I'm calling you a poor father? No. All I'm saying is, don't ask her to change who she is. These people need one of her, not two of you. Okay, fine. That wasn't so bad. I was a bit concerned there. He sounds better than he... well, the first impression he made was bad. Oh, we definitely need a rest. Here, at the Godstone? I think so. And also I'm gonna wrap up this episode the same way we started today. So, until next time, take care, and thanks for watching.